Hey now, I'm Whit. Welcome back to the channel. Very cool watch today for musicians and watch nerds. I found this thing a couple months ago and didn't do anything about it. Then, thanks to Take a Look at This, I saw his video on it and pulled the trigger. SMW006A. Made in China. Well, that's weird. All right, look at that. Nice little kind of velvety case with Seiko on it. Oh, and there it is. Look at that. Okay, underneath is an instruction booklet. You might need this, obviously, in just opening this up right here in front of you, so we'll see how intuitive it is. Ooh, let me do this. Oh, a sticky one. All right, let's play around with the metronome first, and then I'll get into the watch details. I can tell you, though, it's very small, pretty thin, pretty lightweight, and leather strap. Nice and soft to the touch on this side, but the top side feels a little cheap. But all in all, like I said, I'll go over that in a minute. So, as you see, it looks like a normal watch. Yet the outer ring here, we'll call the bezel, has got special features. It's a metronome, and you can see there's not a traditional crown on it. There's only 4 pushers, and you see on the back side it's got the description of those pushers. So you've got sound, mode, down and up. And then while we're here, we can show you the back. It says water resistant stainless steel, the model number, the battery CR2016. So that's one of those big button cells, lithium, and made in China. So we see that again. It's kind of weird. I just kind of assumed, since this was a JDM model, that it was made in Japan as well. So if we just start with the mode button, it should take us to metronome mode. And it does. And there you can see it defaults to, so the hour hand turns into, that's the one with the red tip, turns into the setting mode for your tempo, and then the minute hand does your sweep for the metronome. And your sound on-off button here. And the sound seems to be coming more from the back side of the watch. Let me show you. Yeah, so much louder than I thought it might be. So then you can change up or down the pitch. This has got 41 step tempo, so 40 to 304 beats per minute. And like I said, it defaults, comes on to 120 BPM. So if you go up, you can go faster. And of course you can turn the sound on or off. And down will go slower, and you can do step by step like this, or hold the button. And you can go, whoa, that's a cool slow sweep. 40 beats per minute. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll show you a tight shot of the dial so you can see a little more of the scale for beats per minute around the perimeter, the bezel. Okay, so then hit the mode button one more time, and this is going to go into your reference tone settings. So you can see it defaults to A440, and you should be able to hear that tone as well. That is pretty cool. I mean, very intuitive, easy operate, up, down for everything, mode button, sound on and off. Very simple. Okay, let's go to the regular time mode now, and we will figure out how to change the time, because there is not a traditional crown, as you can see, so it's all done from these pushers. I'm going to... Yep. Oh, there it is. Did something. Yep, that's it. So you hold down the sound on-off button for a couple of seconds, and then you have independent control of the minute hand which will also in turn move the hour hand. So up and down. And there is no second hand. Pretty cool. So there's 2 motors inside, one for each of the hands. And here's a nice tight shot of the dial. You can see the handset skeletonized. It's got a nice gloss to it. And then a red-tipped hour hand. It being the larger of the 2 hands. You see the wider spot there towards the pinion. And then everything else on the dial seems to be printed. The hour markers and Seiko. And then, of course, the bezel with all the functions of the metronome. And I'm seeing a little bit of a flaw in the print on metronome. You catch that? See how the M and the E look like they either have a piece, a fragment in there, or they're missing some of the print like it got scratched. So that's unfortunate. And for my Seiko buddies, look at this. The bezel lines up. So the case is high polish everywhere. You see the pushers even, that kind of bucket style case. And then look at these short little lugs with the drilled lugs, by the way, for nice easy strap changes. And the leather strap is a little bit thin and appears at first glance to be kind of cheap, but it's actually decent. I mean, it passed the smell test. It's nice and velvety on this side, and then it's got just a little bit of that pebble texture to it on the top side. Plenty of adjustment holes, and they see we've got a polished fingerprint buckle and tang. Stainless steel, it says on the backside, and just one floating keeper. And so this is the PA50 caliber from Seiko. Like I said, CR2016 lithium battery. About 2 years of battery life on this, depending on how much you use the metronome and obviously the audio as well from the sound on and off button. The stated accuracy is plus to minus 15 seconds per month, so not bad for a quartz. This is a fairly small watch, so we'll get you some measurements now. 36.7 millimeters case diameter, about 39 millimeters lug to lug, 18 millimeters lug width, and a case thickness of 10.2 millimeters. And it weighs just 42 grams on the supplied leather strap. Man, I really like that handset, and look how the bezel is up a little higher than the actual dial, so you see that little shelf there. The dial step down. Well, I want to try it on, so first I'll show you what I'm wearing today. This is another Seiko that is kind of a hidden gem. I'm surprised this one was not more popular in the States. This is a perpetual chronograph, and it's got blued hands, you see. Just beautiful. Check out this video here if you want to see more on this one. Okay, remember, this is just under 37 millimeters, so I've got an 8-inch wrist. This is way too small for me. But I'm just showing you what it looks like on skin. I'm on the last hole, and it's cutting off circulation to my arm. So definitely not for large wrists. I bought this for my son, who is a musician, so it's going to him. But I just wanted to show you before I passed it on to him. But yeah, so that's what it looks like on against skin. But again, this is way too small for me. Yeah, so the Seiko Metronome Watch. This is too cool, huh? I could sit here and watch those hands all day. I think that it'll drain the battery pretty quick if you just leave it here all day. I bet there's a time limit. It probably switches back or something. Anyway, what do you think of this, the Metronome Watch? Leave your comments down below. And if you like this video, hit that like button as well. This is a JDM model, so Japanese domestic market, but you can find these if you like. Just seek them out and you will find it, and it's probably going to run you a little more expensive than if you were to purchase it in Japan, but I say anywhere from $200 to $300 US dollars. The price is going to vary based on where you find it and shipping and where you're located as well, but definitely findable. Seiko Metronome Watch. This is SMW006A is this color variant. Man, if you haven't subscribed yet, that'd be cool to have you along. Hit that subscribe button and I'll show you all kinds of watches. Until next time, I'm Whit with so many watches, so little time and money.